we will listen. You have the words, keep them in mind because we have the video for the practice. Meanwhile, let me pass it to you. Right here. Okay, attention girls, let's practice our listening.
How do I look?
Perfect. Yeah. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. And we're rolling.
For years, the hillside neighborhood was considered unsafe. But all that began to change 10 years ago, in part thanks to Susan Douglas and her Berry Street garden. Since then, the area has become one of the most attractive and popular neighborhoods in the city. But now the garden is in danger and could be destroyed. Susan, you helped found the garden 10 years ago. So, can you tell us, what was the neighborhood like when you moved here?
Well, it was really different. It was dirty and dangerous. There was a lot of crime.
Were there any parks or gardens in the area?
No, but there were a couple of empty lots. So, some friends and I chose this one, and with a lot of help, we made this garden.
I see. What did this space look like before?
Oh, it was a big mess. It was completely filled with garbage. There was an old building next door that was badly damaged, so there was broken glass and old bricks everywhere.
So, what did you do to fix it up?
Well, first we had to clean up all the garbage and stuff. That was quite a job.
And it sounds dangerous.
It was. Amazingly, no one was injured. After that, we built this fence, and then all the trees and flowers were planted. All the work was done by volunteers. It's taken years and years, but now, as you can see...
Well, it looks fantastic. How do the people in the neighborhood like the garden?
Everyone loves it. The best thing is, the garden has really brought people together. And the neighborhood has become safer.
You must feel pretty good about that.
Yes, we're so proud. That's why we want it protected. It's very upsetting that the garden might be destroyed.
That's because there's a problem. Although this empty lot was made into a lovely garden by Susan and her neighbors, they do not own the land. The city owns it. Now, a construction company, Granix Building, wants to buy the lot and build a parking lot on it. We contacted Gordon Smith, CEO of Granix, to talk to him about his company's plans.
That's so unfair. Those people worked so hard.
Shh, I want to hear the ending.
Mr. Smith, your company wants to destroy the Berry Street garden and build a parking lot on it. Isn't that true?
Yes. It's a crowded neighborhood. More and more people are moving into the area, and there isn't enough parking. And the garden was developed without permission. I'm sorry, but the land does not belong to them.
There are other empty lots in the area. Why can't you just build the parking lot somewhere else?
This is the perfect location. It's convenient because it's near several main streets and the bus station. Perhaps another garden can be planted in one of those other empty lots.
It takes years to make a garden like this one. We don't want to start over again. This is our garden, we love it, and we're going to fight to keep it.
If an agreement can't be reached, this fight may end up in court. We will have updates on the story later this week. I'm David Parker for Internews.
Wow, it was really good, Davy.
Yeah, you did a great job. I love that garden. I hope they get to stay.
Me too. You know, it's a beautiful day. Why don't we all walk over there now?
That's a great idea. Let's go.
Okay. Yeah?
Good person, David. Okay, let's start. Let's begin with the audio in this section. Here.
Although this empty lot was made into a lovely garden by Susan and her neighbors, they do not own the land. The city owns it. Now, a construction company, Granix Building, wants to buy the lot and build a parking lot on it.
Let's practice with a new word. A new word that is necessary in this specific section, okay? Help me with pronunciation, Vianney.
Also.
Mhm. Over here, oh, although.
Although.
Exactly. This symbol, the symbol over here, sounds.
Oh. Say that with me. Oh.
You see?
Oh.
Although.
Although.
Exactly.
Although.
Every other pronunciation, although.
Although.
Yes. This word is super important for your level, eh? The definition is super confusing, so I will give this word to you in Spanish. Although is similar to aunque. In English, aunque, although. Okay?
Okay.
So, with this help, I help you, Vianney. You tell me the transcription. What is over here?
This empty lot
That's why we want it protected. Very
because there's a
avoid.
That's because there's a problem. Although this empty lot was made into a lovely garden by Susan and her neighbors.
Okay, that's too much information. Just a second. Yeah, that was too much.
That's because there's a problem.
Action.
That's because is the problem.
Eliminate either. Different pronunciation. Again.
Yes, we're so proud. That's why we...
The problem. That's because there's a problem.
That's because this
Kinda.
the problem.
Okay, let's talk about existence. Expression for existence, Vianney?
This the THESE.
Okay, we have a problem. Expression for existence. This is this lesson, eh? Existence in English.
There.
Correct. So it's not there, it's not that, it's not that, it's not the other. There. What
There.
expression is correct for a problem? Singular or plural?
Singular.
Singular, correct. And what is the contraction for there is?
There's.
Correct. Listen, confirmation.
That's because there's a problem.
right?
Yes.
Action.
That's because this there's
Aha.
sorry, there's
Exactly.
a problem.
Exactly. Complete with fluency.
That's because there's a problem.
There's a problem. Exactly. That's correct. So, Jessie, you tell me the problem. Okay.
Although this empty lot was made into a lovely garden by Susan and her neighbors,
Can I listen in again, please?
Sure.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
of course.
Is
pretty good about it.
protected.
Although this empty lot was made into a lovely garden by Susan and her neighbors,
All of this is empty.
Hmm.
All this is empty.
And that's it, no?
Yes. Yes, about it.
Interesting. Okay. I help you. Her name? Oops. She is Susan. Mhm. She is Susan. So let's put her name here, because if you check names and phonetics, names and phonetics help you. Okay, so you can exclude the name Susan. Repetition.
Yes.
because there's a problem. Although this empty lot was made into a lovely garden by Susan and her neighbors,
And Susan and the neighbors?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, that's because this. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Yes, new words. New words. And let me check if I have the word. Okay, final repetition, okay?
Yes, please.
a problem. Although this empty lot was made into a lovely garden by Susan and her neighbors,
Oh, the garden by the Susan. Is that I am listening a lot empty.
Empty. Ah, yes. This here.
Oh.
The word is empty over there.
Empty and in the garden by
Yes. Yes.
That's all.
And that's all. No problem. Let's continue with Vianney.
Setting that
to a lovely garden was a problem. Although this empty lot was made into a lovely garden by Susan and her neighbors,
All or come?
Different. Mhm. All sounds similar. Phonetics match, but it's incomplete.
All these or
How do you say
all
how do you say aunque in English?
also
Aha, pronunciation problem. Let's repeat. This, we need to pronounce it like this. Right?
all
Yeah.
also.
Aha, exactly.
Although.
And the strong syllable is number 2. Although.
Although.
Exactly.
Although.
Although. Mhm.
Although.
Okay, listen again. Confirmation.
Was made into a lovely garden.
It's
Although this empty lot was made into a lovely garden by Susan.
No. The first is although. The neighbor. The neighbor.
Yes. Well, neighbor is here.
The. No.
Incorrect. Mhm. We have garden by Susan and something. Which neighbors are we talking about? If we talk about the neighbors of Susan, what is the word? Probably this is new vocabulary, no?
Maybe.
Maybe yes, but probably not. Let's check. Let's check. Yes. What is, if we say that is the neighbors of Susan, what is the possessive for Susan?
Her neighbors.
Exactly. Yes, pronunciation?
Her.
Yes. Give me a little bit closer.
Her.
Her.
Her neighbor.
Her. Listen again.
that the garden.
Because there's a problem. Although this empty lot was made into a lovely garden by Susan and her neighbors.
Do you get it? Complete the sentence, yes.
Although isn't it?
You know, the neighbors of Susan.
Her.
Complete.
Susan and her neighbors.
Exactly. And her neighbors. That portion is complete by Susan and her neighbors. So what happened to Susan and her neighbors? What did they do? What is the action for them? Let's listen. Attention. Continue, yes.
Although this empty lot was made into a lovely garden by
Oh, Jesse, are you there?
Yes. Although
Again, pronunciation. Aldo is my
although
brother.
although
Ahaha. Pronunciation, my lady. This symbol.
oh
That's right. Oh,
Aw. Say that with me. Aw.
although, exactly.
Although.
So one more time, complete idea.
although
Mhm.
the empty garden.
Although empty garden, but similar information. Empty
Yeah.
is here, garden is here. No extra words. Okay, we need vocabulary. In the vocabulary, we have a word that is similar to territory, okay? Pronunciation. In this case, we need a noun. No, the noun. Here. Correct. Look at this definition and let's read. Go, Jesse, what is lot?
Land. An area of land used for a particular purpose.
Correct. So a lot, when you are talking in English, a lot is this area that you can buy for a particular purpose. You can build a house, you can put a restaurant, you can plant your, I don't know, something. This is a lot. This is one lot. Do you understand?
Yes.
These are examples of lots in the area, and you can buy lots.
Yes.
I put this in the dictionary for you. The vocabulary, I put this word so you can include it in your vocabulary. Lot, an area of land used for a particular purpose. Okay? So let's see the problem again. Now, help me, Viridiana.
And the protected.
Although this empty lot, pretty good.
Want it protected.
Although this empty lot was made into a lovely garden by Susan and her neighbors.
Action.
Before empty lots.
Yes. Before or before position incorrect. Listen again.
Okay.
Protect.
That's because there's a problem. Although this empty lot was made into a lovely garden by Susan and her neighbors.
Empty with.
Empty with.
Incorrect. What is empty with in Spanish?
Con.
Exactly. So vacío con. I don't understand. You know? So final repetition.
Although this empty lot was made into
I listen a middle teacher.
You listen
No,
a middle?
no complete.
Oh, Yeah, no, that's the area. That's the section. Yes. Repetition.
We want it protected,
Empty laws, there's a
be destroyed.
That's because there's a problem. Although this empty lot was made into a lovely garden by
What's me?
What's me? Shawa, shawa. Again. What's me in Spanish? No comprehension, right?
No.
Exactly. So we need to match with context. Help us, Vianney. Do you have more information or do you need to repeat?
Empty
Yes.
lot.
Yes.
Which made? Or
Close. This is correct.
with, I don't know, lot with made.
Yes, the phonetic is similar, eh?
Yes.
The phonetic is similar, but what is with? You know?
I don't know, but the similar is wish.
Kinda. No, the consonant, don't
Yes.
change the consonant. If you listen with
Yes.
W and S, keep it there. Don't change. What is the verb be in past?
Where?
Plural. But for empty lot,
Are? No.
past. For empty lot. Is lot is
What?
lot singular? Yes, repeat.
Was. Lot was
Sounds
made.
similar to with.
You
You see? When American people speak fast, the word was very fast was natural speech
Was.
was. This is
Was.
open and this is super fast.
Okay.
That's the reason you understood with or with,
Yes.
you know?
Yes.
Listen again, confirmation.
Yes, we're so proud. That's why we want it protected. It's very upsetting.
Although this empty lot was made into a lovely garden by
Yes.
Repeat.
Empty lot
Mhm.
was or with
Was, you can make an imitation. Was made.
with made.
Was made. Like so really
With
quick.
made. I don't know. The other.
No, that's it. No problem. Okay. You have one more shot, one more opportunity.
That's because there's a problem. Although this empty lot was made into a lovely garden by Susan and her neighbors.
Into
Yes. Complete.
empty lot with made into the curtain.
Nice. Let's keep it over there. That's the information. Empty lot was made into. Okay. Next, Jessie.
Although this empty
Correct.
lot was made into a land.
A land. But land, a land garden?
Into land garden.
Let's listen again because I hear only one syllable. In the video, you mentioned 2 syllables. So there's no match. Listen again.
Although this empty lot was made into a lovely garden by
Into landing.
There are 2 words. What is similar to adorable? Beautiful.
Adorable, beautiful.
Adorable. And beautiful. Okay, we need help. New vocabulary.
Cute. Lovely.
Transition.
Lovely.
Exactly. Lovely. Lovely.
Lovely.
This expression is similar to say beautiful and attractive. But beautiful and attractive is only for a person. No, sorry, only for an object, not a person. You don't say a lovely boy or a lovely girl. Well, a lovely girl, yes. It's like adorable, you know? If I Google lovely, I will get this, you know? Lovely.
Lovely.
So it's something or someone that is possible to love because it's wonderful, because it's beautiful, because it's fantastic. Okay, so let's organize this.
Susan and her neighbors.
Wait.
Although this empty lot was made into a lovely garden by Susan and her neighbors.
Into a lovely.
Exactly. Into a lovely what?
Into a lovely garden.
Exactly. Into a lovely garden what?
By Susan and her neighbors.
Complete. Never tell me portions of information. Complete.
Although the empty lot was made into a lovely garden by Susan and her neighbors.
That's correct. That is correct. Very nice. The next. Go. We have 10 more minutes. Yes, we can. Let's go, Viviana.
They do not own the land.
What?
Let's repeat too fast. Again.
That's because there's a problem. Although this empty lot was made into a lovely garden by Susan and her neighbors, they do not own the land.
They?
They. Correct. Oh, no. Can you repeat, Viridiana? You have the technical problems.
Yes, teacher.
Repeat, please.
Repeat, please, sir.
Oh, I repeat. Okay.
Although this empty lot was made into a lovely garden by Susan and her neighbors, they do not own the land.
They under land?
That is correct. This section is correct. Is land in the vocabulary? Should be here. Land. Okay, let's repeat final repetition.
That's because there's a problem. Although this empty lot was made into a lovely garden by Susan and her neighbors, they do not own the land.
No, teacher.
Nothing? Wow, okay. Well, that's...
No, very fast.
Very fast, yes. David is speaking really quick.
Additional technical problem. My internet is
slow.
Yes.
No problem. No problem. We need help. Vianney, can you help us? Do you have a word?
They are not.
Okay. Let me help you with You are correct in the not.
Are no.
Mm-mm. We are talking about an action, an action verb, not the verb be.
Okay.
Let's repeat.
That the garden.
Because there's a problem. Although this empty lot was made into a lovely garden by Susan and her neighbors, they do not own the land.
Mm. No, teacher.
Nothing. The negative is right. The not was good. What's the rest? Do you need a final repetition?
Okay, yes.
Final repetition.
That's because there's a problem. Although this empty lot was made into a lovely garden by Susan and her neighbors, they do not own the land.
On the land.
The phonetic, well, that is correct. And the phonetic that you mentioned, on the land, sounds very similar. Similar problem. The consonant is correct. The vowel is the issue. What is similar to have, Bian?
Had.
Similar to have.
Past.
Right?
Okay. Past, o sea, have in past.
No, in present,
Okay.
Similar to
Similar.
have. It was in the vocabulary last Tuesday.
Okay. There? No.
There, similar to have, impossible. You associate
Yes.
tomates con there is tomatoes. No. That's Spanglish. No. There is and there are is haber. That's very different. But have, like possess, for example, when you buy a car, you
Buy or
by
pay?
consequence, you by consequence,
Give, catch.
that's different. Catch now. That's super different. So let's go. We need help. Help us, Jessie. What is similar to have?
They get not.
Gets not. Oh my God. Okay. No, incorrect. Yeah,
No.
Viridiana, what is similar to have?
Have?
Again, repeat.
Have?
Have. Similar to have. Oh yes, we need to go to the vocabulary. Pronunciation, go, Diani.
Own.
Exactly. Everybody pronunciation.
Own.
Own.
Own. Exactly. To own is to have.
Own.
Especially when you bought a house and this is officially, you have a paper, a document that specifies that you are the owner.
Okay.
You know? So
Yes.
you can say, I own a house, I own a business, I own a car.
Okay.
You see? If own is an action verb, what is the negative for own? Anyone. Can be Vianney, Jessie, or Viridiana. What is the negative
own, teacher?
for own? Mhm.
Mm,
The negative for own.
Not pay.
Not pay, well, not the opposite, the negative. With negative, I mean, for example, positive, I like. Negative, I
don't like.
exactly. Positive, I own. Negative, like is a action.
Don't
Aha.
on.
Yes,
Own.
don't own. Separate, don't own. Don't own is a contraction.
Oh. They do not
Aha.
own
Yes.
the land.
Aha. Listen to the audio.
Hallelujah.
Yes, we finished.
Susan and her neighbors. They do not own the land. This empty lot was made into a lovely garden by Susan and her neighbors. They do not own the land.
Ta-da.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Oh, yes. That is the secret, girls. That is the secret in this case. So I have a question for you. Tell me question number 1. Who made the garden? Jessie, who made the garden?
The garden was made by Susan and her neighbors.
You are totally correct. Perfect. Vianney, what was the garden before they made it? What was the garden before they made it?
Mm. I don't know the name.
Okay, no problem. Let's read again. Read what was David saying. Go, read David's expression. Go, Vianney, read it out loud.
That's because there is a problem.
And what was the problem?
The construction.
Correct. Continue reading.
Continue the reading. Okay. Also,
yes, you are correct.
This empty lot was made into a lovely garden by Susan and her neighbors.
Perfect. What did Susan and her neighbors do? Check the reading and understand this section. What did these people do?
Empty.
Empty what? What did they make? What did Susan and her neighbors make?
Oh, they're lovely.
Lovely what?
Lovely. The garden.
Eliminate a lovely garden.
Lovely. Okay.
Susan and her neighbors made a lovely garden. In what area, in what location did Susan and her neighbors make the lovely garden?
In Invernadero, I don't know the.
Invernadero is lovely garden. It's similar. Where they make the lovely garden. Before the lovely garden, what was the area, the territory?
The park? Or
Well, incorrect. Before the park. It's in this situation. Eliminate although. This empty lot was made into a lovely garden.
lot.
Exactly. In the past, it was a lot,
Yes.
an empty lot. Today, it's a garden. Now you get it?
Yes, I got it.
What was the garden before they made it?
Before the garden made before the garden
Continue.
is no was lot.
Was a lot, exactly. Lot. Okay, incomplete. Was. What is the expression for existence?
There.
There
There is.
There is. How do you say there is in past?
There was.
Exactly. So there was complete before the garden, comma.
There was lot.
Lot is countable.
A lot.
A lot. And what type of lot was there? According to the audio, was the lot full?
On? No.
Contrary for full.
Empty.
Exactly. So what was there before the garden?
Was empty.
Exactly. Complete. Incomplete.
Before the garden, there was a empty lot.
Correct. Finally, empty is
and empty.
Yes. And you finish, my lady. Let's go. Before the garden, there was an empty lot. This is a classic exercise of comprehension.
Difficult, teacher.
Yes, of course, it's difficult. Yes, of course, we can practice and practice. Okay, so no, super necessary. That's the classes for. Okay. And finally, tell me, Viridiana, bonus question. Who owns the land?
Susan owns the land.
Susan owns the land. That's actually in the transcription. That's contradictory. It says Susan and her neighbors, but they do not own the land. So then who owns the land? Listen.
They do not own the land. The city owns it.
The city owner,
I own, you own, and the city, he, she, it.
owners,
I own,
own, sorry,
he, she, it.
owns.
Owns. Listen.
This empty lot was made into a lovely garden by Susan and her neighbors. They do not own the land. The city owns it.
The city owns.
I own, you own, and the city.
Owns.
Exactly. Owns what?
Owner the land.
Owner is a
Own
different
the land.
word. The land, exactly. I own, you own, and the city
Owns
owns what?
the land.
The land. Substitution for the land?
City.
Substitution. No, different. Substitution. Person. What is a person corresponding to the land?
It's.
Exactly. Attention.
Construction company by Susan and her neighbors. They do not own the land. The city owns it.
The cities own. The cities.
Cities, plural?
No. The city owns.
It. Yes, connection problems again. But that is the bonus question. They do not own the land, it's the city. Listening, my people. I know this is an issue. No problem. Let me pass you this vocabulary. Okay? I pass you this vocabulary with definitions and everything, and you can study it for the exam. Okay? Tomorrow we have our evaluation, so let's continue practicing. Give me your 20 minutes of Duolingo, and I will see you tomorrow. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, teacher.
All right. Yes, teacher. Thank you. All right. Have a good night. See you tomorrow.
Bye. Good night.
Bye. See you later. Good night.
Bye.